Hi all, Paulette with Back to Basics Mom here. So today I am going to try and do a video and use the Brother ScanNCut a little bit. I've seen a lot of questions on a lot of the forums online. A lot of people are getting these for Christmas, which is amazing. Congrats. But a lot of people are struggling with getting their files from Canvas, which is the online system that Brother has for us that's for free, that we can either download their pre-made designs or make our own designs or do our own words. And there's so much you can do on there. I do know that Canvas can be a little bit laggy. I know it is for me, especially when doing words for some reason, but honestly, it's a free service. We pay enough for this machine. My personal opinion is I don't feel that I need to pay for anything extra at this time. I mean, everybody's going to be different. Everybody's going to have different things that they use this machine for, but that is my opinion. And also, a lot of people I've seen think that you have to have the wireless activation card in order to get anything from Canvas to your machine, or you need to have a USB to plug from your computer to your ScanNCut. And while that is a good option, you can also connect your ScanNCut directly to your computer. I do use a laptop. Now, if your main computer is in a different area of your home than your ScanNCut, then yes, the Wi-Fi activation card might be a good solution for you. I'm fortunate I use a laptop, so I can take it wherever I need to. And it's generally either in my craft room or I'm upstairs sitting on the couch hanging out with my family. So I want to show you a couple of things I did with my ScanNCut first, just to make my life easier, and then we're going to move on to the file transfer. So first of all, I have a video how I made this little holder. There is one on Canvas for a different holder. I just used a box and did my own thing. So you can do however you like. It is nice to have a tool holder. I have moved it. I used to have it up here, up high, but sometimes on my craft desk, when I need some extra room, I use this rack here. It's a fold down. I just got it at Walmart. So sometimes my ScanNCut is stored like this way back on my desk, and the tools were getting in the way when I wanted to move it, so I just moved the box down lower. So that's what works for me. So anyway, first I made the little tool holder because, oh my gosh, I totally bumped my head into the camera. I apologize. Let's see if I can get it steady again. But this little tool caddy is handy because then I have all my tools right there. I'm notorious for losing stuff, and I am in a basement and my cats knock stuff everywhere. So yeah, so that's what I do. Okay, another thing. You have two slots on the side of your machine. I want to make sure you can see this when I'm doing this. One is a printer to USB, so it's this funky little, you can usually get these just about anywhere. I had one from an old camera for my kids, so that's what I use. And it's a regular USB on the other end, so that one plugs there. And this one is a male to female USB, and I'll show you. So regular USB end there. And the reason I do this is because I noticed that first it was suggestions from a gal that I very much trust online. And second of all, I noticed I was moving my USB memory stick from my computer to my machine, my computer, my machine, my computer, my machine. And I really was starting to get worried about messing up that slot. So I wanted to make sure I preserved that. So now what I was stuck with was these cords. So that I really didn't want hanging off the back of my desk. They were always getting in my way, blah, blah. So my solution, and I did show this one other time, but I just switched up my hooks. I have a couple of Command sticky hooks. Now you can barely see them. Well, I guess you can see them pretty good. I switched out to some clear ones. I had found some on clearance. I don't even remember where. But I had two big mismatched, kind of big knobby ones on there. So I just switched these out and I put them a little further apart so it worked with my cords. So what I do now, and hopefully you can see this, is I have the one coming out here, and without putting stress on that, this is my USB. Here, I'm going to show you the other end. So male to female means, you know, one end looks like this, and the other end looks like that. So I keep my USB in there all the time. So let me just get that plugged back in. So what I do, this one, the one with my USB on it, I pretty much never ever move. So I'm going to put that one, wind that one up first. So I basically just wind it up here, and then I just kind of set it, and it just kind of sets like just like that. So it's out of the way. This is where your mat will feed through. So you just want to make sure your cords, everything is away from this. Now, for my USB that goes directly to my computer, basically do the same thing, but I want that one on top because that one I have to unwind and attach to my computer occasionally. So I just have it looped over that one end, and I just kind of leave it like that over my toolbox. So it basically looks like that. So I can't see the USB one, but I can reach it really easy. Here's my cord for when I want to attach it to my computer. Now hang on 1 minute, I gotta finish logging into Canvas. I have the world's slowest computer, even though it's fairly new. 1 moment, please. Oh, excuse me. So I'm just gonna sign into Canvas. And we will move along. Now, I also am going to start doing something, because I have heard of a lot of people breaking blades on startups. So, I bumped the camera again. You know, this is not a professional setup. I'm doing the best I can. So I'm going to start removing my blade holder when I am done cutting, so it can do its little startup thing without the blade in it. And what I mean is, right here, when you start it up, oh, there's my well pump. I'm going to pause you. Okay, I'm back. So you can see right here it says carriage and mat will move to the initial position, keep your hands away, blah, blah, blah. So when you hit OK, you're going to look right here, and that's going to move. Now, if you have left your blade out in a slightly longer position, like if you were cutting through something thick, it could possibly catch. I've heard of it happening. I've been lucky so far, it hasn't happened to me, but I have heard that from other people. So I decided I'm going to store it pulled out, and I can't find the little holder cover that came with this. So I'm just going to extend my cap out. See, like right there, you can see the blade a little bit. So I'm just going to twist it so I can't feel the blade, but yet that's not falling off. And just store it in my little holder right there. That's what I'm going to do. You can do whatever you like. It's your machine. It's your choice. So, I also just today decided to peel off this little sticker here, because when I first got this and I cranked my blade all the way up to 12, this sticker, like the 12, was actually like over here. So it was not accurate. So what I did was I peeled the sticker off, which it is plasticky. You still have to be careful. Try not to get your fingers all over the back so it stays sticky. So I peeled that off. I turned it all the way so I couldn't turn it anymore, and then I lined it up at this 12 mark. So I'm hoping you can see that. And then just set it back down. So now, that's going to change my settings going forward. But, it used to be when I was on a 2, I could not even see my blade. And now, I'm not sure if you can see that, probably not. Anyway, now I can see it just a little bit. So I'm probably going to be able to cut on a 2 or 3, 2.5 even for my normal cardstock now. So, which is much better in my personal opinion. So now to store it, It'll be like right here. I can still feel that a little bit. There, I can't feel the blade anymore. That's not falling off. I'm all good. When I say not falling off, what I mean is this can screw all the way off. You do have to check this. This is how you change your blade. And this pulls out. It is a magnet in there. Try not to drop that. If you're having problems with cutting, sometimes you have to look in there and blow it out, clean it out, whatever. Now remember, anytime you take this blade out of its seated position, your settings might not be the same anymore. So just keep that in mind. I gotta get this back on. I need to plug in my camera, so bear with me. I'm gonna pause this a moment. Okay, got my phone plugged in, got Canvas up and going. We are ready to get started. So I'm all logged into Canvas, and I usually, when I'm doing stuff on my computer, I usually do this screenshot, but I'm going to be moving back and forth, so I'm going to film it this way. Hopefully it'll be okay. I know that there's a little bit of glare between, I have a window behind me that's south facing, so I'm going to try and keep that blocked all I can. But anyway, here we go with the rest of this. So I'm in Canvas. It's pretty easy to get logged in and get started up. I'm going to just click on any old project that is right here already made up for me. And here are the two parts. You can download it all at one time in a zip file. I don't want to do that. So for me, it's easier to do this. Before you hit this download, make sure you take a look at this file name, because you'll need to find it in your download folder. So you can see that this is X'd out. I do not have the wireless transfer. I have to do it directly to my computer. So I click that. On my computer, it shows me down here at the bottom on the left that it has downloaded. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to download the other one. Same thing, same way. I can see that it's downloading. I'm going to hit close. I'm going to hit close. And I'm going to go to my File Explorer window. So, which my folder is right here on the bottom. Yours might be too. Otherwise, you can go over to your little window icon. I'm way down here on the bottom bar. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can click your window icon. And there's your power, your settings, and there's your File Explorer. So I'm just going to click on that. Now this should show you basically everything that is in your computer. So first thing I'm going to do, because once I find that file in my download folder, I need to know where to put it. And sometimes it's hard to see what's what. So I am going to take my USB, I'm going to plug it in, you're going to hear a little music, and you're going to see something pop up over here. There it is, USB drive E. That is my ScanNCut. I think this is where a lot of people are getting confused, because it doesn't show up as ScanNCut. It shows up as another USB drive, even though I'm not putting it on my USB drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my download folder. Here are the files. I just highlighted both of them. You can do one at a time if you need to. I'm going to hit, I right-clicked to get this window. I'm going to hit copy. And then I'm going to go over here. I go to the second one just because it's easier. And just while it's on there, see the little hand shape? I'm going to right-click. And I'm going to hit paste. Okay, so both of those files are in my E drive, which is my ScanNCut. Now, I'm going to come over here. Let's see if I can move this over just a little bit. Cords are getting in the way. Okay, I'm going to go to pattern. I can use my stylus. I turned the beeping off on my machine screen because it was bugging the heck out of me. And I'm going to go to saved data. Now, right now, this is still on my machine. It is not yet on my ScanNCut. So even though I sent it to my ScanNCut to go to my machine, it's still technically on my computer. So I'm going to click this one, and lo and behold, there are the files right there. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to hit OK. And now, if I want this saved, whoops, to my ScanNCut so I don't have to worry about my laptop all the time, I'm going to hit save. Now, I can either save it to my attached USB or to my ScanNCut. I'm going to save it to my USB because I just don't want to fill up the memory on this, just because that's how I am. So I'm going to save it to USB, and there it goes, right there. Now, I'm going to hit OK. I do not want to cut this. I'm going to go back here, delete all patterns. OK. Now, watch this. I am disconnecting. You heard that little beep beep. I'm disconnecting my computer. I'm going to go to pattern, saved data, go now to the USB because I saved it to the USB. Go here, and it's probably, how did it go the other way? There it is, right there. So I'm not connected to my computer, I'm not connected to the internet, and I have that saved on my USB that I've connected to my machine. Now I'm going to go back to the home screen. Now I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to go back to the computer, see if I can block that glare for you. I am going to go here. I'm going to go to the download file. Here again are those files. I want to change the name to something I can understand. So I clicked it once, waited a second, clicked it again, till it highlights in blue like that. Now it says Snowman Box. Ha! There you go. And if I want it to say part 1, so I know that there's 2 parts to it, I can actually say part 1. Enter. Here we go. Click on it. Wait a sec. Click on it again. It highlights. Part 2. Enter. There you go. Now again, because if we go, let me reconnect this. Once I disconnected, those files should no longer be in this Drive E folder. Oh, they actually are. But I'm going to delete these. Just delete. Yes. Delete. Yes. I'm going to go back to my downloads. Now I got to scroll to find my Snowman Box. Snowman Box. Part 1 and Part 2 FCM. That is correct. So click. Control click. Right click. Copy. Drive E. While that's highlighted, right click. Paste. There we go. Over to my screen, pattern, save data, computer. There it is again, but it's got the name. It's actually named and not just a generic file name. So there you have it. You can do anything you want with those now. Cut them, save them, do whatever you like. So if you have any questions, please put them in the box below, or you can always send me a message. Please know I am still learning about this machine as well. These are the easiest ways that I have found to work with these files. If you know of a easier, better way, please let me know. But by doing this, I haven't really had to spend any extra money on my machine. These cords I found laying around either my house or my husband's work. So I didn't really have to spend any money on them, and even if I did, they're like $5 off of Amazon. So they're pretty inexpensive, way cheaper than, I mean, you can get that online activation card for anywhere from $20 to $50. It just depends where you find it. And if you have that, great. If not, this is the other way that you can utilize your machine and your computer and your internet. So thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully this wasn't too confusing and I didn't ramble too much. Sorry for all the bump in the camera and everything. Have a great day. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to keep seeing more, please hit subscribe below. So have a great day. Find something crafty to do. Talk to you later. Okay, I decided to go ahead and add in an actual screen capture so you could see it up and close. I thought it was a little too far away to get a really good view on the other part of the video, but I am going to leave that in there, and I'm just going to attach this at the end, so if you need a little bit of an extra. So I'm going to just pretty much do the exact same thing again. I'm in Canvas. I'm going to click on this little snowman bag. I'm going to hover here, hit the download. This is where you can pull it up in Canvas to make any changes, but this is our download button. My internet has gotten a little slow this afternoon, but here I have, this is my download to my computer. My wireless is not activated because I do not have that card, but that's okay. Now you can see down here on the left, it has downloaded. Make note of the file name. I'm going to close. I'm going to do the other part again. Click on the down arrow to download. Click on the computer. Okay, part B has now downloaded. I can see down here on the left. I'm going to close that out. And I'm going to close this out. And then I'm going to go to my download files. Again, I have my little folder here. Yours might be over here on the left. If you're looking at the very bottom of your screen, all the way to the left, you can see my little arrow over my little Windows box. I'm going to do it that way just because that's what everybody that has Windows 10 should have that. I'm going to click on that. This is your power button. This is your settings button. And this is your file explorer, the third one up, at least on my computer. So we're just going to pull that up. And we're going to open our download folder. It should always be over here somewhere. It's in my frequent folders because I use that one a lot, but under either quick access or this PC should be your downloads folder. So everybody's will look a little different depending on what folders you access on a regular basis. So I'm going to click my download folder. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger just so you downloaded, and I showed you before how to change the name. I'll do that again really quick. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on it again with my left button on my mouse until that highlights, and then I'm going to just type in Snowman Bag Part 1, and then you leave the file extension because that's very important. Then I'm just going to hit enter, and on this one again I'm going to left click with my mouse, wait a sec, left click again. Sometimes you got to do it down here over the name. Left click again, and that part, the part that you want to change is what's highlighted. You do not want to change the file extension, which is the FCM. So I'm just going to type again, Bag Part 2, and hit enter. Now it's easier to find those. And now I'm going to click on one. I'm going to hold my control button, left click. I'm using the left click on my mouse. And then while they're both highlighted, I'm going to right click, which pulls up this box, and I'm going to hit copy over and our ScanNCut, and I'm going to do it just like I did in the other video. And right now I'm going to plug in my machine. My ScanNCut is already powered up. I'm just plugging it in, and the drive E pops up. I'm going to go to click on it here. While it looks like a little hand and that is highlighted, I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to hit paste. Okay, and that is how you do it on the computer. And then the rest of the video where it shows you to go to your ScanNCut, hit your pattern, hit your saved data, and then you're going to click the icon with the computer and do it the rest of the way like I showed it on the other video. I just wanted to do excuse me, a close-up on a screenshot so you could actually see better on the computer the things that I was clicking on. So once again, thank you so much and hope you have a great day.